Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our signal as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trades. Okay, a little bit flat today, and then we will be uh, monitoring this. The CL is doing much better than the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq having a problem with the double resistance, and there is another double resistance on the 23 of 1529. Even if all the indications showing that we have a long, we have a little problem with the double resistance. The market not able to break that one here, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on the Nasdaq. There are more options for trades on the CL, and there is more option to trade on the ES. So we can do the CL and the ES, but at this moment, even all the indications showing long on the Nasdaq not doing very well. Not doing very well. Another trick for our members: when you see on the market analyzer, the ES have one signal down and two signal up, and then the Nasdaq has three signal down and the YM has three signal up, indicating that the market is not in sequence. And when the market is not in sequence, you should not be auto trading. You have to be very careful. If you are not aware what's going on in the market and you do that, then you have to be aware that the market is not in sequence. And this is the biggest problem with traders when they are auto trading. They don't understand why their auto trade sometimes makes money or sometimes it doesn't make money, because the market not willing to give you any money. So you have to be very careful when the Nasdaq, ES, and YM are lining up. We have a new signal on the 6B. I'm not trading the 6B, but you have a new signal on the 6B. So you need to be really careful. This is a trick, is very easy. And if you notice, the Nasdaq is not complying with the ES, and that's why it's a little bit hard to make money. Even in the scalping, it's a little bit hard to make money with it. So you have to be very careful with the trades on the we are using the scalper on the ES. We are reversing the trades on the ES. I just started the charts a few minutes ago, and the CL, if you notice, is doing very well. It's going through little difficulties here with the double resistance, but we will be also in the morning. The CL did extremely well in the European market, and then we can the swing trading is flat. There is not much trades going on the swing trading, and the only thing is working is the CL, and the ES is scalping. Actually, this is the only instruments are really doing well. Also, you can use the M strategy. When on a day like this, you can use the M strategy and this one is to your advantage when the market is not moving or overnight is already 487 on the ES. What it does, this one here, taking the trades from the fib, as you see, if the trade going to your direction is only gonna take one trade, and if the market did not go to your direction, can add one more trade to the puzzle. But what I did here, I tied it up that is only taking one trade actually, and given an option to take two trades or three trades, add on it and have the average price, and then what it does, rechange the target automatically, and then lower the target and then exit as soon as possible if you are in trouble in the market. So this is really an excellent idea for overnight or for a very flat market as we see right now. And the Nasdaq is trying, again, the Nasdaq is trying to break those lines, and we see what happened. If it breaks the Nasdaq, if it breaks the resistance, then we will be practically in sequence. We're waiting on the Nasdaq to see if able to break this resistance. For the M strategy, I'm going to show you an example here. you can like, I took a short trade here, then went and took another short from the other level and closed. As an example, now it took another trade. As an example here, took a trade and stay on one trade, and then took only one trade, and now is taking a short trade, the Nasdaq, from the fib line, is taking a short trade, is up to the market if it's able to break that resistance or not. It's not breaking that resistance, so this is only, you can use it on a micro account as well, and you can feed it 10 contracts. There is a new signal on the Nasdaq, a buy signal at this moment, so you can see when it's taking it from the fib, it's coming down and it's gonna hit the target. Here it is, and it hit the target right now on the first trade. The first trade was 40, and the second trade is 255. And now it's gonna go ahead and reverse the market from the fib line, and then it's gonna take a long. And if it did not work your direction, then it's gonna take the second trade from the second fib line and go up with it. Let's see how it's going to play this one. Right now the ES got stuck between, yeah, it took a long trade, absolutely. If you notice here on the ES is jammed on the ES between the support area at 64.54, and you have a tremendous resistance. This is not helping the market at all to go long. And be careful with the Nasdaq. Be careful. There is a support area here. I don't know if it's gonna hold or not. It's really getting nasty. The market is really getting nasty here. Let's see. The ES took a short trade on the M strategy, which is reversing the market. And the Nasdaq is taking a reverse as well. And now it might add another trade and then average the price. And that is really, really can get you out of trouble when you are trading. So let's see what happened. Also, if you want to, you can go ahead and click on the close position immediately. If you feel like panicking or anything, you can close that trade. That will not deactivate your trade. That will not deactivate your trade. So you can close position as well if you feel like you're getting in trouble. On the ES, I have it very tight, stop loss. And here is the Nasdaq came back from the entry, and it is going straight to the direction. And I don't know, on this auto trade, we have some auto trade where you can move this one manually. I'm not sure on this one you can do that. No, I'm gonna leave it. The market is extremely tight. Be careful when you are auto trading today. Extremely tight. It's really jammed. Here it is. It's going your direction. This is the M strategy is an excellent strategy where everyone loses money when the market is chopped, but that strategy is built for chop market. And this is excellent idea for the for overnight, Monday, or chop market like today. That will be an excellent idea to use that kind of type of trading. And you can use the okay, let me simplify what's going on the Nasdaq. This one here, we did it yesterday in the webinar. And now this one closed. This is the third trade, and we are 550. For yesterday, the ones did not show up in the webinar for members. We covered the floor and fibs, and I'm still working on it, and I'm comparing it. It's not ready yet, but yesterday we covered the floor and fibs is right there. This number, that number, that number, that number. And this is actually, we have some manual traders at this moment as well. And we have quite a few. I mean, it comes in waves. You get a lot of people that just want to buy software on Sunday, go live on Monday with Autotrade. And you have some people that are trying to learn how to trade. And this is really nice. So if we take the 1 minute on the NASDAQ and we cover the fibs, if you are on a manual trades, those fibs are signals giving you an excellent where to sell, where to end. Let me show you. It's extremely accurate, and you can use it on 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Let me show you the 5 minutes NASDAQ, and it is predicting the market. If we take the NASDAQ 5 minutes, here is your short trade. This is another system giving you short. This is another one, is giving you the entry. It's a small one, but maybe I'll have the programmer to make it bigger. But this is the entry. And then the from here to here, those are the moving fibs signals. Those are not repaint. They stay where they are. So from here to here, one signal, and from here to here, another signal. So let me draw another picture. I don't like to put a lot of drawing on the charts. It's already busy, but I can do something else. Here is your first signal. Here is your second signal. Here is your third signal. Here, it is a mess. Welcome to trading. And here is signal to here, and here is a mess. The market is not moving. But this is a very good job on this one. So even for manual trade, if you only use the floor and fibs without the other signals, long and short, there are many whatnots in here on a pullback, re-entry short. Those are signals. Despite those signals, you can take that trade and that trade and that trade. Here is a little bit messy. Welcome to trading, and that's why we have a mess today in the market, and that's why most of the traders are not. Oh, okay, this one here, the scalper, I didn't see that. It took a trade, and now we are 937. We are just $80 to close $1,000, and it's over. Let me give you the ES if you want to use the 5 minutes on the swing trading, or you can use the 1 minute. Is up to you. And if we look at this one here, actually it is much cleaner. We take a picture, and then you can see here is one trade from fib to fib. Here is your second trade from fib to fib. This is your third trade from fib to fib. And this one here from fib to fib. And this one from fib to fib. And this one here from fib to fib. Here it is. There is no fallen signal. There is no fallen signals. And this is not repeat. This is not repaint. That is so accurate. You hardly have fallen signal. 9 out of 10 accuracy. And that is and which we will be adding this on TradingView as well. And so if you want to use it for scalping, you can use 1 minute for scalping and you still get tremendous accuracy. That's what we covered. And then we can see, let me draw the picture for you again. And this is not for the ES and NASDAQ. This is also for crypto, gold, currency, anything. 1 to here, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is another system telling you to sell. 6, 7, 8, and 9. So if you are taking that trade from here as a reversal, you must be still in the trade. From that signal, you're still on the trade for the ES. This is amazing. I mean, this is not new. We've been having it for 16 years, but today I also was digging because we are moving some of the systems to TradingView, and I forgot there is a few things I forgot about. I'm gonna revive them on TeamViewer. They are very highly advanced systems. Some of the system took 6 months to build, and this is so transferring 16 years of development to TradingView is not a piece of cake. So we are doing very well with it. So this is, I mean, look, if we look at this chart based on 1 minute, we're not using a lot of indicators. We're using signals. There is a system telling it where to go long, when to sell, when to buy. That's one system. And then you have the fib line, the high time frame stand, because still in 2025, sadly, we still have people using Renko bar to trade for a living. You cannot use Renko bar to make a living. I mean, you can auto trade Renko bar. We have, but to look at the market reality, you need to use minutes. You can auto trade tick chart. You can auto trade Renko, but you cannot make a living manual trade on Renko range ticks. No, only minutes. Decisions has to be made. So manual trades minutes, and the others are crap. If you want to, because the minutes can give you the true story, how the trend is. So if we look at this one here, it's not complete yet. I'm building it slowly. This one here is a tradable for manual trading. I'm not talking about auto trading now. For scalping, swing trading. And when it's done, I'll show it to you again. It is extremely, extremely profitable, easy. And what we are going to do, we're gonna go ahead and probably put some alarm on it for any signal you want. And then if we look at the ES 1 minute, we can see immediately here is your resistance. There's the top accuracy on the resistance, and here is your support, and it's a play in between those two, indicating you're not in a trend, indicating the market is sideways, and the best option if you are auto trading is the M strategy or the scalper. But on this situation here for manual trade, I will not do anything until signal appears. So for the ones who took that trade from here manually, took it short, close the trade reverse from here, and then he went up all the way here. It's up to him to close the trade or not. It's up to the traders. Or he can wait till the second signal plot somewhere, and then you can close the trade. There is 20 auto trades in our system, from swing trading, reversal, scalping, pullback, re-entry. There is all kind of trading. Even from the market analyzer, we have those are the trades from the market analyzer. It depends what you are looking for. This is the trade came in from the buy signal on the NASDAQ. It's right there. And this one here from the NASDAQ market analyzer have 5 different auto trade. And this one here is coming to the target one, institutional number, profit taken on institutional number. On this type of auto trade, you can also secure some profit if you want to by taking this one right under the resistance support. If the market goes back, you can secure some of the profit. If the market goes up, the auto trade readjust your trailing stop to the fib line. Once the fib lines come into the trailing stop, it get readjusted itself. So I'm gonna leave it on the side. You can see how it can be readjusted by itself. So this is a really, you can see it. I'm gonna leave it here a little bit, and you can see how the auto trade readjusts the fib line automatically and does it for you. However, if it's gonna hit the target, if the market is trending, the auto trade is gonna extend the target for you. If the market is not strong, it's gonna stay where it is, and then it's gonna close the trade. So I'm gonna leave it here. You can see how the trailing stop, now I adjusted the trailing stop right under the resistance, the support. So if the market come in and try to, if the market broke that support, then we close with a little profit. If it's not, then I always keep, on this kind of auto trade, you always keep the trailing stop protected by your fib line. You don't leave the stop loss or the trailing stop up in the air and protect it. Only if you want to exit, then you can extend those trailing stop to closer to the price line. And then if the market goes up or it goes down, then you are closed with that trade. That's fine. That's a different story. But if you leave it, it's going to be adjusting by itself. So what is the story right now? The story now, we are going to the target one, profit taking. Here is this also at this moment. The ES is trying to break those resistance here. So let's go back to this one here, and we can see there are a tremendous resistance. It's a very clear picture. There are tremendous resistance, and the high time frame, it is stand using 3 different charts or 4 different charts. The high time frame is still to the downside, which is not complete yet. We are going to finish that one here. I want to show something else. I want to show you now we are testing. We're not, I'm just testing a little at the time with the trading view. And this is the gold on 1 minute. This is the gold on 1 hour. Oh, I need to readjust it. And also we were testing today on the daily chart where to go short and long. And we're gonna add, and this is on a Bitcoin. So now we start developing for it's not complete, we are testing, but it is extremely, and this is for a daily chart. I can turn it to the minute, 1 minute, and you got accuracy on the 1 minute as much for and today is our first test on it. And this is the 1 minute, and you can see where it says long, it gives you the signal long, and here where it gives you short, and that is only 1 minute. You can use it on any, and it does give you prediction where it keep hitting you. It's not, we're still not complete 100%, but I'm showing you we are testing and testing on trading view, and we are doing very well actually with it. So once it's done, I'll share it. Right now on the scalper, we still 987. The CL doing well. The M strategy had 1 losing trade. And if you notice right now, it will be changing the fib. Once the market come up, it will readjust itself by itself. So the problem is the ES is not able to break those area here. Everything indicating on the Nasdaq is long, but it's not doing very well. So now it is the re-entry point is right below the fib, so I don't like this re-entry point. It is 23,520. You should not take a re-entry because of the support become a resistance. So maybe it could be problem if the ES keep dropping to the 64.54, is gonna drag the Nasdaq with him. As long as the Nasdaq stay above those double supports, so we're doing fine on the long trade. On the scalper, we're still missing $15, and then it is hitting the 1,000. If you don't like to use a tick, the 250, if you don't like to use the tick chart, you can use the 5 minutes. It's the same. I mean, it's not the same, but the 5 minutes made 975, missing $25, and the Nasdaq is 987. So they're almost the same if you like, or you prefer to use the minutes. The minutes have a bigger trades than the tick. So it's up to you how you want it. And so this is really depends on the trader. Of course, the tick is more aggressive than the minutes. The M strategy took a short trade on the ES. I have it very, very tight, that the stop loss, so will not take too many trades. Now that trade is not up to the auto trade, it's up to the ES. If the ES break that double support, then this one here, you are in the money. Has nothing to do with your auto trade. Your auto trade took that trade properly. Now the problem is you have a double support area. If we look how strong is the short, the sellers are a little bit over the buyer, little bit, indicating it's not strong short. The 1 minute, 2, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes, they are in red. But the higher time frame is still in the green, which indicating that short trend is weak. When the short trend is weak and your auto trade take a trade, is going to bump into a support or a resistance. Very simple. Many people argue how to draw the fib line. I have seen some horror charts where people draw the fibs, and each one of them has their own opinion where you draw, which time frame, how to set it up, all this nonsense, because we have a system can recalculate to plot it tick by tick where the probabilities are. The problem is it's not the fib. When we hit the fib, we need to know this. The fibs is part of the process, but it's not everything. The fib is one is one element. And the second one, when we bump into a support or a resistance, we need to know, are we able to break it? Because when you hit the fib, we need to know, should we go long or short? And the only time you can predict that, if you know how weak or how strong the trend is. So by indicating that the short trend is weak, then this means you have a re-entry at that level. Now, if the trend is strong and the sellers over the buyers, the market analyzer, all in red, this means you're going to break that line. Two options. You can trade on the breakout from that support, or you wait on the pullback re-entry, which is the most successful. For the last 32 years, I've been trading, the most successful, never goes away, is identify trend, pullback, re-entry. That many wishy-washy indicators came out on the last 32 years, but there is one thing stays in there, is identify trend, pullback, a re-entry, and you are the most effective trader. I'm talking, for God's sake, about people want to trade manually. So as at this moment, let's say, as an example, we have the NASDAQ here. The buyers over the sellers, the high time frame is in green. The target, institutional target, is on the way up. All in the green from 1 to 30 minutes, and now your market is pulling back. If you are using ATR, MACDs, it's telling you short, whatever, momentum, whatever, all those whatnots. But it's the opposite. It is a pullback re-entry from that level here as a re-entry, 23,529, while everyone is going short because their indicator pointing short. It is a pullback re-entry. You don't have short trades. Immediately you can spot it that the trend is very strong and there is no short. So when you have a market going down here, while everybody taking short, you are waiting to go long. And let's look at it. Look at it. It's coming to the double support with the moving average 23,530. As long as this number, above that number is long, below that number is short. And watch this market, and you can see how it's going to be rejected from that number. Very rare, the market will go through that from the first try. Very rare. And look where the market sitting, right at this line. Look. Should I go short? No, you cannot go short. Don't go short in here. Look, wait. Wait. Look how the market reacting. Look. Look. Recovered from that area. Here it is. Look. Look. It's up again. And what is holding the NASDAQ is Mr. ES here, not able to break those double resistance. But right now it's 10:47. By 11 o'clock, we should hit the institutional number plus minus 10 minutes. The institutional number is 23,560. Profit taken on that number. You will see. Always around 11 o'clock plus minus 10 minutes. What making the NASDAQ sinking is the ES. technically the Nasdaq all good, ready to go. And the ES is still stuck in the channel on the support line 6454 and a resistance 6458. If we notice here on the ES, it's not doing anything. It's just going on the support, rejected from the resistance, going to the support, don't know what to do. The ES now is on neutral. The Nasdaq want to take off, and the ES is holding it back. Simple. A lot of people avoid looking at the ES. A lot of people avoiding looking at the ES. You should never do that. And now, if you notice, there is a little star coming right under this bar. It's getting the momentum. If you notice, this bar here, there is no star under. This here has no star under. Now we start seeing the stars in there, indicating there is a good potential for taking off to the 23,560. So let's see what happened. On the scalper, the ES, we're still 987. We're still missing a few dollars to hit the 1,000. And look at this, it's not taking any trade. It's not taking any trade. There is no trade to find. Look, it's not trying, has stopped taking a trade from 1045. It cannot find anything. From that trade and that trade, look at this. From 1032 all the way to 1044, this auto trade did not take any trade. Excellent. It's not about money, it's how the auto trade avoid chop market. So if we look, the last trade was 1032. Avoid any trades in the chop market. And then when he tried to reverse, it didn't work because I have it very tight. And did not take any more trades. It just broke even. So the money was made from 1032, which is around 40 minutes trading, and now it's not taking any trades in here. So there is no trade to be taken, and that's what it is. Most likely it's gonna take a trade on the support line around 64.54. This is in minutes, so in ticks will be a little bit different, of course. The ES on the M strategy has been on that trade for a very long time. This one is designed for a chop market and is still in the same location for over 10 minutes. When you do this, you need to close that trade. The longer you stay on a trade like this, it's not doing anything. Any kind of auto trade, you take a position, it's not making money, after a couple of 3 minutes, close it. The longer you stay on that trade, doesn't matter what auto trade, the odds start building against you. So when you see or you are auto trading and the trade is not going anywhere within a couple minutes, get rid of it. I prefer you to lose $12 than to lose a couple $100 on it. So if you notice, the Nasdaq is just, if we notice the Nasdaq momentum here, we have a new signal on the CL sell. We have a new signal on the CL sell. If you notice, the Nasdaq is staying on those lines, and the buyers right now equal to the sellers, but we still have a lot of it green. but you don't have short. You don't have short. It's not strong enough to go short at this moment. It's not cooked enough to go ahead. It's like, you know, you put something in the oven, you wait till it gets ready. And it's the same thing with trading. Sometimes if you wanted to go long or short, it's not cooked enough to jump in the market. You need to be patient sometimes to have less losing trades. To have consistency, sometimes you have to be patient when the market not moving like today. So as we see, the Nasdaq is holding. We can see why it's holding. The high time frame is in the green. The target institutional, it is up. And here is the target. The first target, there are 3 targets, 1 and 2 for the morning session, and number 3 is for the afternoon session. If we look at the ES start getting stronger. We know that ahead of time, and it's trying to build, to break that double resistance. It's getting stronger. It's getting stronger. Not fully loaded yet, but it's going. And it's going to break that resistance. It's a matter of time. We know that because of the instruments here. It's telling me now the buyers over the sellers. And from 1 to 30, from 1 to 30, most of it is in the green. It start getting accelerating for the long trade, which that is gonna give a boost to the Nasdaq, and now it's going straight to the target 1, profit taken, and then hit the target 2. And now it is 10:54. That number, it is for 11 o'clock, profit taken, and we're coming right on time at 11 o'clock to hit the target 1. We are right on time, gentlemen. Right on time. As we said, the longer you stay, the odds is gonna go against you, and here it is. If you notice here, it started blinking here, indicating there are buyers on the ES trying to push the ES up. You can see it here, up here. They're trying to push the market up. And the market going down. It's very, very unpredictable why they are doing this. This is a fake move in the market. I will not get excited with a red bar. I will not. We still have a few minutes for 11 o'clock to hit the target. Okay, the scalper finished. We had 1 losing trade, and it took 1 more trade. We finished the scalper at 1,187. We had 1 losing trade here. It dropped to 600 something, and then I took the trade and finished it at 1,180. Took almost 1 hour, and it's finished, and that is good. And now it's 10:57. We'll see if we hit this target 1 by 11 o'clock, plus minus 5-10 minutes. We're done. The CL took a short trade on the CL. We had the sell signal on the CL. It's the B scalper. There is a new signal on the DAX. The CL, the Autotrade took a new signal on the CL, and right now it's 720. You can see ahead of time of everyone, this used to be double support, and now we start losing the ground, did not hit the institutional target, and the ES is still got caught in that channel between support and resistance, and it seems like start losing the ground on the Nasdaq. The buyers equal to the sellers, and now we start getting in red, and this is the resistance as a re-entry now become. But you cannot do that. You cannot take a short trade. It's not cooked enough yet. Plus, even if you take a short trade from here, the Nasdaq is gonna hold that trade for you, the ES. So the ES is on the side. It's not doing anything. It's sitting on neutral between resistance and support. That is gonna make a problem for you on the Nasdaq trading. If you notice, the gold is already 1,600 on that trade. So you cannot take a trade on the Nasdaq at all at this moment. So even if you have an auto trade, taking a long trade or a short trade, yes, it's fine. But we have a Nasdaq is on a long trade. This is the Nasdaq is on a long trade. But you cannot make a new trade. So if you got away with a couple of ticks here and there, if I stop trading that one here, I will not open, or I will not allow to have any kind of auto trade take a new trade. So this is a really important when you are auto trading. Yeah, I know we all like to sleep and let the auto trade work and get rich. Yes, it is. We all like that, but in the reality, if you have the time, you can prevent losses in any kind of auto trade when you can see the market is not moving. Yes, you can prevent the auto trade not to lose money, because in any kind of auto trade you're gonna have winning days, losing days. But if you have this luxury to look at it while you are working or while you are at home, um, as an example, this one here, if we are trading and I see the Nasdaq start losing ground for a long trade, I can close that trade, but I will never let this auto trade, look, close position, made 1,700, and then I put pause. If I want to, I mean, it's not going to take any more trade because I hit the target. But if I need to close and did not hit the target, I put pause to the trade, because at this moment it's not good to enter a new trade. Let me show you an example. Now it is hit the target, but let me show you that example. If I allow, now it's gonna go ahead, and the minute the bar closes, it's gonna go away with that, and it's gonna start 0, 0, 0. In this position right now, I cannot allow an auto trade to take a trades. So if I close a position, I prefer to not take in a new position on the Nasdaq until we have confirmation with a short trade or a long trade. So now it's going to disappear, those numbers, and look, wait, because we need one bar to close to reset. So it's going to reset once the bar closes. It is a 4 minutes chart. You can see the Nasdaq, if your auto trade taking a short, it's not doing well. If your auto trade taking long, it's not doing well on a new trade. So if you look, maybe we'll find a smaller one. Okay, now the Nasdaq reset and I took a trade long. We already hit our daily target, but now to take a new trade here is a very high risk. Why that trade is not going to make it? I know the auto trade took a long trade. Why the auto trade is not going to make that trade? Any blind man can see you have a double resistance. Any blind man can see the sellers over the buyers. Any blind man from a bodega, drunk man, you can get him out and look at it, and he can see there is a lot of red in there, and that trade is not going to make any money because it's going to bump into this double resistance. Let's close that trade. Let it take another trade. Also, even if he takes short, it's not going to make it at this moment. Why? The ES is not helping. Now there are sellers, buyers over the sellers. The ES is not moving. Still a jam between the resistance and the support. Even if this auto trade takes short, it's not going to make money. Even if this auto trade take long, it's not going to make money. Changing template is not, you're going to get away with it. Changing auto trade is not going to get away with it. It is the market condition. Question, the best question I've had by one gentleman a few months ago. In it, the auto trade supposed to know it all. No, cannot. Even if you use an IA fell at this moment to recalculate the market. Yes, you can take a picture of a chart and give it to the IA, but he cannot understand all the instruments behind it. He cannot look at the ES, he cannot look at the CL, he cannot look at the levels. So just put in the chart and then AI intelligent is not gonna save your problem. You still, sadly, we still need to use our head. If you want it to be consistent, you still have to use your head, sadly. Yeah, nobody like to use their heads. You know, I just got off a long trip from a holiday, and I'm not in the mood to use my head, but I'm forced to use my head. And so now if we look, it's coming back to the resistance on the Nasdaq, so it's nothing gonna happen to this market. It is 10 minutes over our normal time. I hope everybody got the idea, and we wish you the best, and we will talk very soon. Bye for now.